All right, in this video, we're gonna go through a bunch of tips and tricks. This is my ultimate list of tips and tricks for the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So let's dive right in. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the phone app. Once you have the phone app open, hit the three dots and then go to settings. The first thing we're gonna do in here is you have a few things in here. So first of all, you have live translate. I would make sure that's on, and basically when you get a phone call, you'll be able to live translate the call. If you wanna block a phone number, just tap on block numbers, type in the number, and then you just add it in. This one's cool, answering and ending calls, tap on that. You can see answer, gesture to answer calls. So if you tap on that, you can actually just tap to answer it. So you would just tap the green button and it would answer the call for you. You also have answer using speaker. If you turn that on, if it's not connected to a Bluetooth device, you answer the call, it's gonna automatically answer it on speakerphone. I love that because I usually only speak on speakerphone, and you can always change it back after the fact, but it's a really, really cool thing to be able to answer it like that. Quick decline messages. If you ever declined a call, you have messages in here like, hey, can you call back later? Please text me, I'll call you back. You can put anything in here. I'm busy. I can't talk right now, I'm busy, sorry. And then all you do is hit that plus sign, and it adds it right in there for you, so you have a message that'll be texted back if you deny the call. Going back to the main screen here, we're gonna press and hold. If you don't want this Google feed in here, or if you want Samsung News instead, you can tap the different radio buttons. By default, it's on Google Discover, which I do like the best, but you can also turn it off. If you turn it off, you will not have a screen over there. But again, if you like that, which I do like it, I usually keep it on, and I keep it on Google Discover. And now I have it, so I swipe over, I have this whole feed of news that I can read. Press and hold, go into the bottom here, Wallpaper and Style. You can choose different wallpapers that you want. You have ones that are already on your phone. You have a gallery of ones from your photos and screenshots that you've taken. You also have this really cool one, which is generative. If you tap on that, you can create a AI wallpaper. So you choose the theme from below here. Let's just say you wanted something for night. So we choose night, and then you change the color. It can be gray, blue, indigo, pink. We'll just choose pink. And then distant mountain range, you can choose a different look to this. Let's just say you want it to be a beach. And then you can have a beach with ice or coral reef. We'll choose coral reef. We're gonna hit generate. And in just moments, it's gonna generate a AI wallpaper for us to use that we might absolutely love. Like these are pretty cool actually right here. I'll just tap and look at that. It shows me what it's gonna look like. I like this one a lot. So I'm actually I'm gonna keep it for both. I can untap it if I don't want it for the home screen or vice versa. I'm gonna hit next, and I'm gonna hit done. And now I have my new generative AI wallpaper. Looks awesome. You also have the ability when you come in here to Wallpaper and Styles, when you come in and you do change wallpapers, you have this photo ambiance. So basically, AI will change your photo based on the time and the weather. So if it's night or day, it'll get darker or lighter. And if it was snowing or raining or sunny or something like that, it'll get brighter, lighter, darker, rain, or snow on there. So you can do that as well. San Diego is pretty much always the same, except for getting night and night and daytime. So I probably won't use this, but it is something you could use on here. It's pretty interesting stuff. You also have other colors and graphical things you can choose from, wallpaper services, from Galaxy themes as well. Coming back here, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna go into themes. You can download whole themes for your phone. That'll change your wallpaper, your sounds. Some of this stuff costs money. You can download trials of it, meaning you get a free little one. It'll change the backgrounds to your caller, your text message app, if you use Samsung Messages, and so on and so forth. So it really changes the fonts, does all kinds of stuff. There's tons of free ones. Pro tip, if you want to find free ones, you can just literally type free a lot of the time, and that will just be the best option for you. Some of these cost money, but if you go into popular and then choose top free, it'll show you any and all free ones that you can try out and look, and just tap on it. And then when you're done, you can hit download and then apply the theme. Let's go back again. Go to widgets. This is how you can add widgets to your screen. So if these are just little apps that sit on top of your screen. So maybe you want one for device care. So I'm gonna tap that. And then I have optimization or storage optimization. I can just press and hold it, drag it to where I want. Maybe I want it right there. And then anytime I want my screen, my phone to be optimized, for instance, I'll just tap that and it will optimize my phone. That basically closes all the apps for you and frees up any memory that was locked up within storage. Settings is next. Cover screen mirroring, I should say. This is where if you turn this on, you can see use the same layout on your cover and main screen. Changes in one place are reflected on the other. Each page of your main screen will show 2 pages of the cover screen layout. So I'm going to turn that on, and everything that's on my front will be on the back and the back on the front, and it matches everything up. I'm going to hit apply. So I'll show you real quick. You can see it's all set up like that. If I close this, it's going to look very, very similar. It's just going to be a slightly different format because of the fact that, so you can see it's in the same pretty much format for the most part as it is on the bigger screen with the same apps. Coming in here, you have home screen layout. You can change this to home screens only. If your home screens only, it's going to be set up just like an iPhone. So all your apps will be on your home screens. You won't have an app launcher like you do here. Everything will just be on your home screens. I don't like that. I love Android having the separate 2 things there. I think it's a lot more helpful. So that's why I like to keep it set up like that. If you want your icons to be bigger or smaller, it's very easy on here. Just tap the way you want it to look. And then when you're done, hit done. Back into home settings, we have the same thing with the app screen. If you want to make it bigger or smaller on your app screen, you're able to do so. Press and hold, settings. Folder grid, again, same thing, you kind of get the drift there. Show apps screen button on home screen. If you're like my father, he likes to have this button down here. Instead of having to always swipe up, he just presses that and it brings up his apps. I don't like that. It's in a really old school feature. It's cool Samsung keeps it, but I don't think it's completely necessary. If your parents, like my parents-in-law, they have Samsung phones, they are constantly moving their icons around, I lock it. So if you lock the home screen layout and you try to move something, it's gonna say you can't. See, I'll try to move this. I'll try to move this one actually. It won't let you. It says the home screen layout's locked. So it's a great way to stop older folks or really anybody from moving their home screen around. You can just come in here and uncheck it and then you can move it at that point. When I download new apps, I like to keep this on. This will add the new app to my home screen. This is a great one. Swipe down for notification panel. Keep that on. When that's on, you can swipe down from anywhere on the screen to see your notifications, your quick toggles, or anything like that. Swipe up to go to the app launcher, hit the 3 dots in the top right, go to sort, change that to alphabetical order. It'll put all of your apps in alphabetical order for you. With bringing down your quick toggles, if you do it with 2 fingers, it's gonna bring everything down. If you do it with 1 finger, it just brings that down and you gotta swipe down again. So you can figure out how you wanna do that. But let's swipe down a couple times here. You have your quick launcher here, your quick toggles. And if you press this pencil right here, you have a couple things you can do. So you can hit edit and you can set certain apps when you only pull it down once. What you see, you can hit that minus and then click and drag the ones you want up here. Same thing with full. You have the ability to hit the minus and then drag the ones that you want up. Quick settings, instant access. If you have this turned on, pull down from the top right of the screen to pull access full screen settings panel without notification. So you can just swipe down from here and you can see you get the full quick toggles right there that you would have, rather than you do it here, you only get it once. But if you do it from the top right, you have all of them on there. Brightness control, I have it set to show always. So no matter if I'm doing it once, I see it, or if I do it twice, it's at the bottom. I always see my brightness controls. Swiping down from the top here, again, you have the power button if you want to shut your phone off. That's one way to shut your phone off. You also have the gear. So hit the gear. That brings you into settings, the main screen of settings. Go into connections, go into Wi-Fi, hit the 3 dots in the top right, go to advanced settings and turn this off, Wi-Fi network notification, turn that off. That will stop open Wi-Fi networks from bugging you and saying they're nearby. Galaxy AI is next. This basically just runs you through the list of different AI things here. You see you can get call assist with your calls. You have chat assist, so you can translate things on your phone with chat translation and things like that when you're texting somebody or talking to somebody. Same thing with interpreter. Note assist, transcription assist, browsing assist. There's tons of AI things in here that you can tap on to learn more. Sounds and vibration is the next one. This is where you can change your ringtones. Just tap on this and choose from a plethora of different ringtones. You also have your notification sounds, same thing. System sounds, I turn all of these off. I think it's important to turn them off. They're kind of annoying. I don't need to hear a notification sound when I'm charging or if I'm dialing a phone number or something like that. Sound quality and effects, tap on that. Choose Dolby Atmos to be on. Turn it to auto and you'll get the best sound that they have to offer on the Samsung phone. If you'd like to hear dialogue over anything else, you can click on this button right here and it'll boost the dialogue of the video or whatever you're watching. Notifications, you can sort notifications by time or priority. I like to do it by time, so when you get your notifications that show up here, they'll be sorted by time, or again, you can set it to priority. Lock screen notifications, you can show content or hide the content right here or just completely turn them off. Notification pop-up style, you can have it brief or detailed. I like it detailed so it shows up a little bit more. Go into advanced settings. Battery percentage, turn that on and that'll show your battery percentage in the top right of your phone. You also have your notification history. If you turn this on and you have it on, it will show you any notifications that you've received. When you do have notifications, you can show the app icon. So turn it on right there if you want to see the icon for the notification that you're receiving. If you are bad about getting rid of your notifications, you can have repeat notification alerts on. You can see repeat alerts for notifications from the apps you select below. So if you turn that on, you can see apps to repeat alerts and you can choose a certain app, like maybe you want it to be your phone app or messages app. You could turn it on right there. And then when you come down, you can repeat the interval like maybe every 15 minutes to show you that you had a notification. Under advanced settings, you still have your wireless emergency alerts. If you can basically turn all of these off if you want. Otherwise, I would keep them on. Some of the ones you might not care about are the test alerts, which I'm with you. You don't need to know that it's running a test. It's more important to know the actual alert that's going on. You can even speak the alert message, use text to speech. I like that one, so I keep it on. So it'll read out the message to me as the alert is happening. Display settings are next. This is where you can change it from light to dark. I keep it at dark usually, just for this video I'm not, but you can also go into dark mode settings and turn it on as scheduled from like sunrise to sunset. You can control your brightness right here. Adaptive brightness, I like keeping it on that. Again, I don't have it because of this video, but if you have that on, you have the ability to have the light of where you are determine the brightness of your display. If you're outside, it's gonna be super bright. Unless it's dark outside or you're dark in the room, it'll go really dim. You also have this button right here, which will give you increased brightness. This is great if you wanna see how bright the screen actually can get. Motion smoothness, make sure that's set to adaptive. Eye comfort shield, if you like to have your screen be like more of a yellow look to it, you can have it be adaptive or custom or enhanced comfort for you. I generally keep this off, but if you like it to be less blue light and more yellow light, it'll help you with that. Screen mode, change it to vivid, set it in the middle, go to advanced settings, run this bar all the way over so that you have the best vividness for your screen. The colors will really, really pop. If you want your font size and stylings bigger, you can come in here and make your font bigger or smaller. Just drag this bar to the left or to the right. You can make your font bold. You can even change the look of your font the way you want. Screen layout and zoom. I have it in the multi-view, but you can change it to standard view. And if you do that, watch, it'll change it. So I just see this, it makes everything a little bit bigger for you. And it changes it in other apps as well, just FYI. And you can zoom in or zoom out. I like it to be on multi-view. Going back to the main screen of settings, full screen apps, if you want to change the aspect ratio of the app because it's not showing correctly, you can come in here and change it. So if there's an app that just doesn't look right when you're looking at it, you can choose that app. Maybe like, Spotify just does not look right. Come in here, change it to 16:9 or 4:3, or keep it at full screen. Screen timeout, set this to 2 minutes. It's the smartest thing. It's not too long, it's not too short. It's the perfect amount of time before your screen turns off on there. Also, keep screen on while viewing, turn that on. If you're looking at this, your phone screen will not turn off as long as it sees your eyes through the camera. Easy mode, you have edge panels, that's right here basically. You have these little edge panels coming out. You also have the taskbar at the bottom. You can turn that stuff on or off. And with this edge panel, you can press and hold it and move it to different locations wherever you see fit. Go down to the navigation bar. If you like having the old traditional buttons at the bottom of the screen like I do right here, you can do that. You can even go to more options and flip-flop the buttons around if you want. You can change the buttons from the left to the right if you're a lefty or a righty. But I like the swipe gestures on here. You can see I have the assistant app. I can swipe in from the corner and I have my assistant that will come up. You also have your circle to search. So if I press this bar right here at the bottom, I can circle something and it'll search for it for me. Battery is the next one. And with battery, you have show battery percentage, which we should have done. We did actually a moment ago in another part of the settings, but you can do it here if you didn't do it on the first one. You can also turn on your wireless power sharing right here. Just come in here, turn it on, flip this over, and you can charge something on the back of the phone, but you can also do it from your quick toggles as well. There'll be one that says wireless power sharing. Lock screen and always on display. You can see you have different screen lock types that you can set up, and you can change this from a PIN or a password or a pattern. You can also register your biometrics. Always on display, that's the screen that pops up when it's on here. You can see you have always on display. It showed that little time thing there. You can turn that on and off. If you turn it off, you'll get much better battery life. I like to show the music information if I'm listening to a song. When to show. I think it's by default, it's set to like tap to show, meaning you'd have to tap the display, but I like to show always when I use it. It does use up more battery life, but at least you always have that showing. Security and privacy is next. This is where you can add your biometrics for your face recognition or fingerprints. If you do face recognition, which I'll show you in just a moment here, there's a couple things I want you to turn after you register your face. Have it on. And then uncheck this where it stays on the lock screen until you swipe. If you keep this off, right when it unlocks with your face, it'll go right into your phone. Require eyes open, I have it turned off. Brighten screen, definitely turn that off. Your screen gets way too bright at night. And then with the fingerprints, there's some stuff in there as well that you should probably change, such as the fingerprint unlock, have that on, and then fingerprint always on, make sure it's on for cover and main screens. That way you don't have to wake your screen up. You can always just press your finger or place your finger against the fingerprint sensor and it'll always unlock your phone. Accounts and backup, this is gonna back up basically your phone to Samsung Cloud for free. Go into backup data and it'll back up all of this stuff. It'll tell you when it last backed up. I would definitely make sure it's backing up. If it didn't, you should check. Like mine, last time mine backed up was July 21st. So I'll just back it up right now and it's gonna back up all that stuff for me. Can also restore data. Advanced features is next. Bixby is cool. If you plug your phone into an HDMI port onto your TV or a monitor, it will show Bixby, which is this like desktop operating system on your phone. Labs is cool. Multi-window for all apps, turn that on. That allows you to do multi-window for all your apps. There's multiple ways to do multi-app, and I'll just show you real quick. All right, so if you want a multi-app, again, there's multiple ways. Just press and hold here, for instance. Go over here so we can see it better. So I got one app there, and then I have all these other apps that I can choose from. So I'll open up the Google app, and now I can turn it, and I have multiple apps that I can use. I can tap the three dots in the top right, and it will go to this right here, which is a up and down, left and right. I can switch the apps if I want to. I can star it, and it'll save it to my screen there, so I can use it again. I can add in more apps. The way you're gonna do that is you can just swipe up or swipe down to bring up another app. So maybe so if you wanna drag in another app, all you gotta do is either swipe up or swipe from the right to the left. But basically we'll do this, and you're just gonna drag the app over. So if I want YouTube, I'll press and hold this, and I'm like, I want it to be right there. I wanna watch a video while I'm looking at my settings, while I'm looking at Google, and you can do all of that. You can drag more in as well. And again, hit the three dots. You can move them around, change the orientation of them, or star it and save it. And when you star it, it'll end up showing up in this little quick panel over here. that you can easily access. You see I have this one right here with Chrome, and actually not Chrome, I have a Samsung internet browser, and I have the YouTube app. Back under advanced features, go into multi-window. You can see, you can swipe for split screen, and it tells you, basically you just go whoosh, swipe over with 2 fingers and it'll multi-window. Whoosh. There you go. You can drag it back if you want. That's one way. You have swipe for pop-up view. I don't like this. This is gonna open a little window if you swipe from the top right. You can turn it on if you want. I don't like it though. The show multi-window menu with one window. All you do is tap the handle to show the menu, not supported on the cover screen. You can do full screen and split screen view. Flex mode panel, this is obviously probably important for you. Keep an app open on top of the screen and get additional controls on the bottom of your screen while your phone is being held upright. So if you have flex mode panel on and we open up, say, the camera, we can turn it and we have this flex mode. So you can see the photos or videos that you took right here, and then you see your camera on this side. And if you close it back, it goes back to normal. And if you do it, you can also do it in YouTube. So we have YouTube, and we can, let's watch a video real quick here. We got the video. We're gonna tap it or close it a little bit. And now we have our little mode here, and you can keep your phone like that and you watch your video and play pause or do whatever you want. If you have an S Pen, you can turn that feature on or off. You have air actions if you're able to do it. No S Pens are paired. You need an S Pen Pro to be able to do the air actions, but it is an ability that you can do. So there's a bunch of S Pen settings in here. Side button, this is really important. Change it to quick launch camera and power off menu. It's the power button over here. If you press and hold it, it'll bring up your power menu. And if you double press it, it will go into your camera. Motions and gestures. I have all of these things turned on. They're pretty self-explanatory, but I like them all on except for palm touch to turn off the screen. But everything else you can do, like double tap to turn off the screen. Double tap the screen only works on the home screen. Screenshots and screen recordings. You can see you can show your toolbar after capturing. You can delete after sharing so it doesn't stay on your phone. Hide the status and navigation bars, which I do. It hides this stuff, top part and the bottom part. Save original screenshots. You can change the format of your screenshot, where you save your screenshots. When you record sound, you can have it be by default media and mic or just the media. You can change the video quality. You have your video size if it shows you. Next, go to settings, device care. And if you're out and about and you want to go to standard performance profile, say you don't need it to be at its top performing performance, you can turn this on to light and potentially get some better battery life. Settings, apps, choose default apps. This is where you can choose your default browser or your caller ID and spam app or your digital assistant, your home app, your phone app, your SMS app. Settings, general management, and then you can come into go to passwords, passkeys, and autofill, and you can change what you have. Preferred service, you can choose Google, or if you use, a password manager, turn it on in there. Settings, accessibility, advanced settings. If you like, when you get a notification for your flash to go off, you can do it right here. You can even preview it. You can see it's blinking right there, or have your screen flash if you want. You can choose the color that you want. If you get a software update or want to check, tap that and go to download and install and check for any updates that you may have pushed to your phone. Go back to your home screen, go into your camera. A couple things you'd want to change in here as well. At the top, change that to UHD. You're definitely going to want to change this to 4K, and then 30 frames is plenty fine, and it'll change your video for that. You can also check it to make sure it changed it on this camera as well, because this also can do 4K. So just open that up, open the camera, not now, and just make sure it says 4K. While we're in here, we're going to go to the settings button, and a couple things that you'd want to change on here are the following. So you'd have your location tags that'll let you know where you took your photos and videos. Grid lines, if you're not a great photographer and you want to stay centered, you can see these grid lines here if you like those. Sometimes those are pretty helpful. Shutter sound, that turns off any noises the camera will make when it takes a photo or a video. And there you guys go. There's an ultimate list of getting everything set up with your Galaxy Z Fold 6. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road.